Dude, turn on channel 4. I can't believe it.
Hello, I'm Jordan Reed, and you're watching Channel 4 News. It's 4:20 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Well, it's quite possible they're in a brothel, as today the United States decided to legalize prostitution.
Wow. I wonder if they're talking about this on another channel.
Hello and welcome to Discourse with David. Today is an especially important show based on what's been going on in the country. Recently, the United States Congress has legalized prostitution in all 50 states and United States territories. It's important to note certain stipulations in the new bill, including that the prostitutes will be regulated for STDs every single week, and that the prostitutes will be allowed to participate in a prostitutes union. Today, we will hear some interesting discourse from three important people relevant to this issue. First off, we have the Archbishop of Kenya for the past 40 years, Father Cleesus. How are you today, Cleesus?
Excellent, thank you.
Next, we have Jaguar, who has been pimping on the south side of New Rochelle for now 13 years. Jaguar? And finally, we have a senator from Wyoming who is now running for president, Jacob P. Reifer. I'm sure these three very interesting men have a lot to say on the topic, and they will make sure to say all they have to say when we come back on Discourse with David. Gentlemen, let's get started. The first question we have for today is prostitution. Are we for or against legalization? Mr. Reifer? Okay, Jake is for prostitution. Jaguar? I wonder what he's got to say about it. For. Not expecting that. I like the block letters. Father? Against prostitution, just as we expected. Well, that's very interesting, and we will get right into discussion. Congressman Reifer, a little surprised that you're for prostitution. Almost makes me wonder if you're trying to get your you-know-what wet. Can you explain why you're for prostitution?
Well, Dave, prostitutes are not committing a harmful act. Like, while the spread of disease is possible, criminalizing prostitution actually exacerbates rather than addresses such effects. This is very similar to alcoholic prohibition. Now, there are consenting adults involved in this practice, and it is therefore a victimless crime. In fact, criminalizing the sex industry creates ideal conditions for the abuse of the actual sex workers and their rights. The legal and social rights of prostitutes must be guaranteed. In fact, I was speaking with my statisticians before the show, and they said if prostitution were legalized in the U.S., the rape rate would decrease by 25%, which means approximately 25,000 less rapes per year.
Wow, very interesting, Mr. Reifer. Anyway, Jaguar, it's nice to see you again. What do you have to say?
Likewise, Dave, always a pleasure. So, as I said before, I am for prostitution. I myself being a pimp. That being said, prostitutes, I feel, under this new legalization in the United States that we have, are finally being given their individual economic opportunity that they deserve. Just like any other person, they should be able to go out and start a business that they want to do, or join a business that they want to be a part of. It's like selling lemonade at a lemonade stand. You can either give it out for free, or you can charge 25 cents for it, or whatever you choose. Having sex without a fee is legal, and I think that charging to have sex should be legal just like that.
Well, thank you, Jaguar. And finally, we have Father Cleesus here. Father, I'm sorry for not seeing you in quite some time. Anyway, what do you have to say about the issue?
Some think that prostitution is a solution to poverty. Prostitution would not be an acceptable solution for women living in poverty. Prostitution is an evil. Nowhere in the Bible does God condone prostitution, and I was placed on God's green earth to preach his word. Even if it's the world's oldest profession, ladies and gentlemen, it is wrong. Legalizing prostitution means more unmarried men. Legalizing prostitution means more adultery, and prostitution promotes the spread of diseases, since not everyone uses protection. Prostitution is also associated with a very high rate of violence.
Now, I'm a reasonable guy, and I do believe in the pursuit of happiness and individual rights that people have, especially to pursue whatever occupation makes them money. But I don't see prostitution as an occupation that women choose to make them money. Women who enter the field of prostitution are doing it because they're so poor that they have no other option. So to say that women should have the right to choose whatever occupation they want, and therefore prostitution should be legal, is ridiculous, because no woman is choosing to be a prostitute. That's why I'm against prostitution.
Well, thank you for stopping by Discourse with David. Guests, I hope you had a good time. I certainly enjoyed hearing what you had to say. And you should come and watch next week where we will discuss the ethics of hickeys. For now, I'm David Hershkowitz.
Hi, welcome to Vice News. I'm your host, Jason. Today, we're going to go inside the world of prostitution and follow a real-life prostitute. Let's go. I've scheduled an interview with Deuce Bigelow, a male gigolo, who's agreed to share with us his experiences and opinions on prostitution. Up ahead is Deuce Bigelow, who's going to get in the car with us and take us around New Rochelle and show us his life.
Hi, how's it going?
How are you, sir?
You must be Jason, right?
That's right. Mr. Deuce Bigelow, please get in the car.
Mind if I do?
So, right now, we're on your way to your residency. So, Deuce Bigelow, what's your opinion on the legalization of prostitution?
Well, I, for one, am very glad that it's been legalized because I think it'll definitely lead to more regulation and a safer work environment for myself and others included. That being said, when goods and services can't be sold at equilibrium prices, we have black markets. So, with the previous environment that we had in the United States, where prostitution was illegal, it turned to the black markets and made it very, very unsafe for those of us working in it. And along with legalization also comes taxation. So not only would my income be taxed, but what people are paying would also be taxed. So there'd be a lot of tax revenue going directly to the government and helping them to build up more of a budget surplus, possibly. That being said, unemployment rates will also decrease because we have more people now legally employed, whereas before there were hundreds and thousands of people working in the black market just to have sex for money. But from a more objective standpoint, there's the possibility of disease. Disease can spread rampantly through society with prostitution. For example, HIV. It's possible that it's not detected in someone's system for up to 6 weeks, even if they're being tested weekly.
Thank you very much, and we're actually pulling up to your residency right now. We're here at a local baseball field where Deuce Bigelow works each night at a local shed. We're gonna go and check it out. We're here at Deuce's shack. Deuce, tell me about it.
So I found this shack about 3 years ago. It was just abandoned, and I decided to take up residence / kind of work out of it, because, well, it's difficult to find any other place to work out of. That being said, with prostitution having been legalized recently, I think it's going to be a lot easier to find myself a place to work from, and also to be able to legally buy myself a home.
All right, let's check it out.
So as you can see, I really live in a dump here. I have some non-perishable foods, I have drinks, I have a fridge, but it doesn't really work all that greatly. Some candy inside, I just don't really want it to melt. As you can see, I have this bat. I quite often have to protect myself from unwanted invaders. Sometimes I like to take things from my clients' homes. This right here. I'm really scared right now. I'm glad you guys are here with me. Yeah, like Rising Star Baseball Camp. This book changed my life. Yeah, and I'm hopeful that with prostitution being legalized now, I'll be able to protect myself better. I won't have to constantly live in fear of invaders and pimps trying to come and make me work for them. Hopefully, maybe I'll even be able to start my own business, now that I'll have my own economic opportunity with it being legal.
And also, you can't even report crimes against you that occur during some of your encounters with clients.
That's another thing. I often do get harmed. Clients sometimes take it a little too far. And I can't report any of that because it was illegal. But now that it's legal, hopefully there will be systems put in place that'll better protect us.
Well, thank you very much, Deuce Bigelow.
My
It's
pleasure.
been a pleasure. Vice News, I'm Jason, and there you have it.
Hey Jake, I can't hang out with you tonight. Sorry.
Hello? Is this the thought line? Yeah, hi.